Hello, this is James Kelly and welcome to James Kelly Speaks. This is the fourth video on the topic of the glucocorticoid neurotoxicity model of parental alienation. And we have gotten to the point where we are back looking at some of the legislative foundations that drive this. You have a situation within Title IV of the Social Security Act that mandates there is a custodial parent and there is a non-custodial parent. Well, that creates a situation where it's very much like, okay, there's a captor with hostages, and then there's the police on the outside, and it's very analogous to that situation. One of the other key parts to this is that Title IV of the Social Security Act gives a tremendous amount of money from your Social Security fund. That's right, your trust fund that you pay into every week, every month. They take the money out of there, and instead of paying you in your old age, they go and they pay the states. They pay the states for all sorts of services to get them all involved and to act in the best interests of the child, when really what's happening is the child is being used as a proxy for power, control, and financial gain. That is what Title IV does fundamentally. And the volumes of money are incredible. We're talking about billions and billions of dollars. So you have the executive branch that has colluded with the legislative branch to subjugate the judicial branch, which is in direct contradiction with the intent of our founding fathers, specifically Alexander Hamilton, in Federalist Essay number 78, that said, and I'm going to quote loosely, that we have nothing to fear from the judiciary by itself, an independent judiciary, but everything to fear from its subjugation with either of the other two coordinate branches. Well, in this case, we've got both. And it's using that particular position to be able to serve the other two branches by denying the children or depriving the children their rights. And there are four rights. These are the four rights that I believe children ought to have if they don't have, but I believe they come under the Ninth Amendment. And the first is the right to freely and appropriately love and be loved by both parents, the right to associate in the company of each of their parents equally, the right to be free from being used by proxy by any entity for power, control, or financial gain. Well, those three right there are deprived by Title IV. Title IV uses the same general thought process where you can deprive that Hitler used back when. That says, as long as you appear to be working in the best interest of the child, you can deprive anybody of almost any right. And that's what's happening. The right that they hasn't been discussed up until now is 4. The right to be free from the physical harm resulting from the unintended consequences of legislation. There's nobody that's going to challenge that right. They just don't see that there's an association between what they're doing in terms of financial gain from Title IV and being able to tie that one in. However, the empirical evidence is possible, and it requires an integrated study, but I've provided a basis for that in my paper that I do have published on the petition, the Facebook group, the petition to scientifically study Title IV. And there are 5 main points. The 24-hour basal cortisol normal distribution of affected children with double control cohorts that include healthy children with no ACE score who live with both biological parents, and those children of divorce not getting Title IV services adjusted for ACE scores. This has gotten complicated really quick. I understand that. This is for those folks that do have a scientific background, this particular slide. And this is essentially for those people who are psychoneuroendocrinologists at the research level, doing the primary research in the lab. And for those people that say, oh, there's no association at all, great, sign the petition. For those people that say, yes, there's absolutely an association, great, sign the petition. Let's do the science. Because here's the pathway. The telomere length, normal distribution of children, similar type of experiment. The trier stress control cortisol response, similar type of experiment. Waking cortisol distribution, similar. And the distribution of alterations in mitochondrial DNA. All of this will cross-validate to show that Title IV is a damaging, it physically damages children. None of these tests are damaging to the children. Most of them are non-invasive, and in fact, I would say all of them are non-invasive. A swab would be the only invasiveness. So that is the end of the discussion of the glucocorticoid model of neurotoxicity. I thank you very much for listening to these 4 presentations. I welcome questions. I welcome challenges by any experts. I don't care if it's a psychologist, if it's a psychoneuroendocrinologist, if it's an attorney, anybody. I will take any questions from anybody and welcome it. It is something that I feel I need to do to contribute, to give back. So please like this video. Please share this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Please go to my Facebook group, the petition to scientifically study Title IV, and like that. Please sign the petition and please share this. If you don't understand something that I've said in any of these videos, please ask me, and I would be happy to work on revising it. Thanks again. Have a great day.